Ah, 10 again.
If you're tired of life, sick of Candyland, if you're bored with board games, you haven't been to Gen Con. Each year, as many as 30,000 gamers crawl out of their basements and converge on Indianapolis to roll, to play, even role play. Up for a game of Radis? How about Pandemic? Power Grid, anyone?
Are there rolling blackouts in this?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
If these titles are new to you, that's because they're imports from Europe. And in the age of the video game, they've reinvigorated board game sales. Settlers of Catan, with players building rival colonies on a fictional island, has sold 18 million copies.
Does anybody have a brick?
I can't bluff a computer. I can't see a computer's eyes. And I can't, it's just not the same as playing with other people.
Robert Carty directs marketing for Settlers of Catan.
From my point of view, in our world, a lot of times we've lost a lot of our social interactions. You know, we don't hang out, to use the phrase, at the corner pub with our buddies from the block anymore.
Well, we play this game every Sunday night. Family comes over and play Ticket to Ride.
The best part about playing a board game over a video game is if, when you do win, you get to see the frustration.
Sorry, guys.
Though video games still dominate the gaming market, they're not locked in Mortal Kombat with board games. Board games have online, even iPad versions. And vice versa. Yup, Angry Birds, the flyaway hit smartphone app, is now a board game.
So video did not kill the board game star.
Indeed, it did not.
Scott Nicholson is a professor at Syracuse University and an avid board gamer.
If you actually look at the data from the last few years, that board games and a segment of the toy industry have continued to grow. Now, the size of the market is much smaller, but because they're an investment, if I have this game and in 10 years I can still play this game. We can play board games from 100 years ago. You know, we would have a hard time playing a video game that was made 15 years ago. If you went to your typical house, you know, you couldn't even figure out how to hook the thing up to the TV.
Nicholson points out that board games have been around for thousands of years.
One of my favorite games is Go, which was a Chinese board game that's been around for a very long time. But there's even games that trace back to Egypt.
Most of the classic board games today date from the early 20th century.
The interesting thing about Candyland, it was actually designed as a game during the time of polio to keep kids inside, so they wouldn't go out and spread polio or catch it from other kids. In fact, early versions of Candyland show the kids throwing off crutches and other canes and things and entering a world of candy. It was an escapism game.
Huh. Be honest, is there any classic board game that you kind of hate?
Monopoly.
Really?
Yes.
So what sets these new Euro games apart?
Now, I'm fighting you for strawberries, and I'm going to eat my kiwi.
Because you're going to let...
And by eating your kiwi, what just happened?
First, they're uncomplicated. Piece of cake, for instance, is easy as pie to learn. The goal is simply to collect the most slices of each variety of pie.
I'm concerned about Ted getting all that kiwi, and
But an emphasis on strategy instead of dumb luck
I didn't mean to do that.
makes for tough deliberation.
Oh, I can't,
No, you have to make a decision eventually.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
And they're quick.
This whole game took how long to play?
I think 30 to 45 minutes with rules explanations. Once you know what you're doing, 15 to 30.
It's a short game.
Yeah.
Another hallmark, they're non-elimination games. Everyone stays in the whole time.
You want to keep everybody in the game and having fun for the whole thing.
I have to say, I'm still in the game. I'm not having fun because I'm getting trounced.
Yeah.
Beth Hiley teaches at an elementary school outside of Chicago. She says learning to be a good loser is important.
Did you guys get stuck? There are times where a kid loses and they might naturally get upset. That's fair. You know, they're kids. But we'll use that as an opportunity in here to step them through, you know, what are you feeling? Why are you feeling that way? How can you problem solve this? And that's just skills that kids should learn to really be successful at any age.
Do you not like playing board games with people for whom winning is everything?
Yeah, I'd say that's right. If someone that's really uber competitive like that the winning is the most important thing, is someone that I'm probably not going to enjoy playing a game with because they're not going to be interested in the socialization part.
I'm going to have to restrain myself.
As a big fan of trivia games, I knew I'd groove on Bezer Whizzer, a faster, less random version of Trivial Pursuit.
Featured in the film of The Sound of Music, what was the last song written by Oscar Hammerstein?
Okay.
Maybe I grooved a little too much.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's Mary Poppins.
Oh, it is.
Listen, I'm going to give you a clue. I'm going to be a nice
Okay.
guy about this. If you get this right, I'll go and pick a bouquet of these for you. Bless my homeland forever.
I know it. Oh, I don't know.
It's Edelweiss.
Oh, how could I forget?
Learning how to play well with others apparently is a lifelong lesson.
Which Old Testament prophet is also revered in Islam by the name of Musa, M-U-S-A?
Part the waters, it's Moses.
Oh, really?
Sorry, is it ugly that I'm gloating?
Yes, it really and truly is not very attractive.